So let's get started. Go to our project. This is our Git demo folder, right? It's actually on the desktop, and this is our project where we are working on these files, right? Yesterday we have learned about working directory, staging area, local repository, and then how to move those changes to different from stay working directory local. These are all the things we have learned. Today we'll learn many other interesting concepts. So before doing that, I would like to tell you one more thing. Like for all the registered candidates, you can see the class recordings, the notes, whichever I'm talking about in the LMS. Hope you all got access to this LMS, right? So for whoever have not registered, go for the free trial access, or else here I'm leaving a small poll or quiz where you can submit your details. Whoever are interested, please to continue the training further, please submit your details so that we will share the class recordings with you all. Hope you got the poll. Can you all see the poll? Can you please confirm if you all can see the poll, received the poll? Poll with the questionnaires like your email and the contact number so that we'll share the class recordings and the class materials with us. Whoever interested, please submit this so that we'll provide the trial access. All right then. So any questions, let me know and let's get started now. So these are the files and folders. Suppose if I want to make any change, okay, I can go to the Explorer and open it. Like I'm using simple basic editor in Mac, or else you might be using Notepad. But there are also professional editors to edit these files, right? Any files, any programming files, any configuration files, all of them can be uh, edited through a professional editor or IDE called Visual Studio Code. Keyboard is not working, just a second. Okay. Okay, Visual Studio Code. And here you can see the download for Mac. You can see for other operating systems also, other platforms. See here, Studio Code can be used for Windows, Linux, Mac. It's as simple as that. Download it and double click to launch it. That's it. Right? It's as simple as that. So let me open the editor. It's just a professional editor which help you editing your files. Those files could be of any programming files or any script files. They could be anything. So let me launch it. Open the folder. So go to desktop. This is our project folder, right? So git demo. So you can see your files here, a better way to edit them. Also, earlier we were using a terminal on Mac or else git bash if it is Windows, right? Now you can launch your terminal from here. So everything goes in the same in window, same ID. That's called integrated development environment. So this would be a better editor. Am I clear? Okay, go for it and to edit your files rather than editing in a notepad or else any basic tools for personal usage. This is the professional usage. Okay, all right then. Let me check the status of our project as of now. It's clean, ignore this one. So it means it's clean. And then here, I would like to modify this file again. Let's say I'm adding a line, good tech. Is it having unstaged lines or not? Is this file having unstaged change or not? If you want to see unstaged lines, git diff file name will show you unstaged changes of that file. Do you see that it was showing which were unstaged? Right? That's a line to check the unstaged change. Okay, fine. I'm staging it. So is it having any unstaged changes now? No, right? So git diff. See, it's not showing anything because it doesn't have unstaged changes, whereas it has got staged changes. To see staged changes, git diff staged flag. That will show you staged changes. Right? So those were staged changes. Let me add another line. And now if you see the status, see, like yesterday we have seen, because third line was unstaged, it was shown under, sorry, this one, unstaged, and this was shown under staged because it has got both the changes. Now if you do git diff staged changes were shown, git diff will show unstaged changes. Got it, everyone? See, the hello world is unstaged. So those are the commands to see staged changes. This is to see staged changes. This is to see unstaged changes. And at any particular point of time, the same file could be seen under both the staged and unstaged. And that could be the scenario. Am I clear for everyone? Are we good? Understood, everyone? Appreciate your quick responses. Any questions on this part? Can I go on? Right. All right. Considering this as a no queries, I'm proceeding further. So also, like we were talking about modifying a file, creating a file, right? Like I told you, Git works with respect to changes. Those changes could be deleting a file also. So let us try deleting some file. First, let me commit the changes. Git commit -am add and commit modifications. Okay, cool. So now, let's say I want to delete some file called file2. Okay, git rm file name. File is deleted. See, it is deleted from the folder. Also, if I see the status, it says changes to be committed. Like I told you, every change will go through the process of working directories, staging area, and local repository. So now that this change is deleted, it is asking us to commit. Git commit -am file2 deleted. Right? As simple as that. Now if you see git status, you don't see anything over there. Right? This is how you can delete the changes. Delete the file. Just to show you another example, I'm just creating some other file. File3.txt. Adding some line over there. And save this. Git commit minus. By the way, git add dot means everything, all the files. If you have multiple files, git add dot means it will add all the files. Right? Working tree is clean. Now,
So Preeti,
yeah.
Preeti, add means you're staging the file, right?
Yes. Staged and not
Okay.
committed. Git add will stage the file, git commit will commit the files. It is in the
Okay.
process now.
So we will first create the file, then add it, and then commit it.
Correct. We'll first create
Okay.
the file means it's in the working directory. Then we add it means it's in the staging area. Then we commit it means it's set to be in the local repository. If you
So
are,
until we commit it, the file is not saved, right?
it is staged. It depends. If you have run git add on that file, it is staged. If you haven't run git add on that file, it's not staged. It's in the working directory.
Okay. Okay. But it's still saved in the directory.
Saved in the directory. It exists in the directory. Means like without git, yeah, we call it in the directory. If you're talking with respect to git, it's in the working directory.
Okay. Thank you.
If anyone, if this is a new class for anyone, go and watch the recordings as well, yesterday's class where I have elaborated these differences. If anyone missed it, please do watch the recording. Also, here I'm recapping whenever I'm going through those parts. So let me know if you are looking for further clarity.
Will do, Preeti. Thank you.
Sure. So, now we have just deleted the file using git rm, right? That is that deleted file to from this folder as well as from the local repository. You can see the files in the local repository this way. File 2 is no more, right? Let us suppose I want to delete this file only from the local repository, but not from the working directory. How do you do that? Git rm cached file 3. Cached. This will delete the file from local repository, but not from working directory. See? Git status. Do you still see this file here, right? Also, git status is telling you changes to be committed. Why it is telling you this? Why it is giving this message? Anyone? Why are we seeing this message? See, it is just working like it's deleted from the local repository. It is deleted from the local repository, but it is on the working directory. It is deleted from the local repository staging area. It's in the working directory. Means it's like a complete, like a new file. Isn't it? When you see it, it's like a new file. That's why you are seeing it here. Untracked file. Changes to be committed about your deletion. Let me just git commit -am file 3 deleted. Right now, do the status. See, why are you seeing this? This is because you need to commit whenever you make a change, either delete or create. Okay, fine, I committed. But why are you seeing this as untracked? When do you see untracked changes? Anyone, whoever joined the class yesterday? When do you see untracked changes? Yesterday, I have elaborated about untracked and unstaged changes. Can someone help me out with that?
When we create a file in working directory.
For the first time, right? Like a new
Yeah.
file. Then only you will see is untracked. Otherwise, you will see as unstaged, like changes to be committed. So it's working like a new file because you have deleted it from local repository and local repository and staging area. See, file 3 is no more, but it is still there in the directory. This git demo is a local repository, right? Means whatever present in this folder will be version controlled by git. Git will be version controlling whatever present in here. So yes, git will version control here because it found some file 3, which is not there in the local repository and staging area. It is giving this message. Understood? Got it, everyone? And you might be having a question why we should have a file in working directory but not in local and staging area, right? Maybe this file might be some documentation, or else some personal notes I have taken for the project, or else some log file or executable file, right? So but I don't want to delete it. I want to keep it in the folder, but I don't want to keep it in the local repository. That's why I have done git rm cached. Am I clear? Am I making sense? Feel free to respond if any confusions and all, you can clarify here itself.
How to connect the VS Code and Git linked services?
Come again?
How to connect the Visual Studio
Huh?
by through the Git?
You nothing, just install Visual Studio Code, open it, and open your project from here. Go to File menu, open folder. Open your project. This is my project. Open it. That's
Locally available that folders, correct?
right. Yesterday we created Git demo on our desktop, which is a local repository, right?
Okay.
This is all on local only. We are still on our local repository. We did not go to remote.
Okay.
Okay, so we have seen git rm cached. Got the difference between those two? Git rm cached. What is the difference? Git rm cache. What is the difference between them? Yes.
I think Git RM will remove the file, but it will still be, I mean, it will be unstaged.
Git rm will delete the file both from both from staging area and local repository and also from working directory. It will delete from everywhere. Git rm cached will delete from local repository and staging area, but you will have the file in the working directory. That is the difference.
That's vice versa.
Right. This will delete from everywhere. This will delete from only from local repository and staging area. It will be still there in your folder in the working directory. Okay. So because it's a documentation, I don't want to version control it. So I removed it. But it will keep on showing me like this. Why it will keep on showing me? Because it's not there in the staging area local repository. Git keep on warning us. Right? Git will keep on warning us to add, but I don't want to add. Means I want to tell Git not to version control this file. Is it possible? Git will keep on version controlling whatever present in this folder. But I want to tell Git not to version control certain files, certain things. How do I do that? How can we tell Git not to version control them? Isn't it? There might be some documentation, log files. Git will try to version control everything present in the. So how to do that? That's where comes a concept called dot git ignore. Dot git ignore. Actually, some problem with the keyboard. Uh, dot git ignore. Okay, dot git ignore is a git component. So just it's a normal file. Create this file, and inside this file, whichever you don't want to get version control, like I don't want file 3 to get version control, put that file name. Similarly, you have so many files with a .log extension. If you don't want them to get version controlled, star.log, right? So that star is like while characters, which matches star means everything, anything with the extension .log will be ignored. So let's save this. I'm removing .log. So see, if you see whenever you added this file name and saved it, you can see like it's grayed out, right? But it was showing git ignore was shown as untracked because after all it is another file. It is a new file. It will be untracked. What you have to do? Add this file dot git ignore. If you notice, it's not bothered about file 3 anymore. Did you notice? It's not showing file 3 untracked anymore because Git is not a version controlling it. Add it and then git commit -m ignore file added, some message like this. Understood? Clear, everyone? Right? So this is the purpose of .git ignore. If you want any certain files to get rid of version controlling, but you still want to have them in the same folder, that's where .git ignore comes in. Here I'm showing with the sample files, right? What are the real use cases for it? Yes, one of the real use cases like log files, executables can be ignored. Also, how are we having a practical scenario in our course? Yes. When we start our Terraform classes, in Terraform, there are something like state files which have sensitive data. Similarly, in Ansible, certain files which will have the sensitive data. Such files we don't want to get version controlled. So we'll use git ignore there. I'll show you that in the Terraform classes once we get started. We'll show it with the real files. Concept is same, everything is same, only this file name differs. It's file 3 here, there it's a terraform.tf state file. Right? Any questions on the git ignore? Okay. Considering it as a no questions, let me go forward.
Yeah, no questions.
Right. So, yeah, let us look into another interesting part. We have done some commits, right? All of them can be seen this way. Git log one line. See, there were so many commits, right? History of commits from yesterday, like whenever I started this Git repository, like these are all the commits. If you want to revert any commit, what is meant by reverting?
Reverting means we can find the comeback that
What is the general meaning of undo? Revert means undo. What is the dictionary meaning of undo? What is it?
Whatever changes has been made, it will be reverted back. It will be come into the original state.
Reversed, right? Undo means reversed. Means if you have created a some file means, just a minute. Marker is just got stuck. Okay. So reverting means undoing the changes. What is meant by undo? Suppose you have deleted or created a file means if you undo means it will be deleted, right? Or else if you have deleted a file means file will be created back, right? This is the meaning of undo. So here you can undo any particular commit. Okay, you have the commit IDs, right? You can undo. Suppose I'll undo this 3E446EE, the first one. If I undo, if I revert it, what happens? Let's say I can't refer that complete ID, I'll refer it as A. Here the file is, ignore file is created, right? I'll undo. Another commit ID will be created and ignore file will be deleted. Suppose I want it back. Again, you can undo it and file will be back, which is same as A. Is that making sense? You will revert any commit ID. So new commit ID will be generated whenever you revert. So this is again reverted. You will get the C. But the C is same as position A. Understood? Let me show you with example. So I'm undoing this 3E44. Consider that as A. Git revert. This one. So if I run this command, it will create a new commit ID as well, reverting these changes. Revert also works like a commit. Means it will ask for commit message. Let me run this. See, it opens this editor. This is called VI editor. It opens this editor. You can edit here, put some message. Like you put some message to commit, put some message to revert. How do you do that? Get into insert mode. Revert ignore file. Some message, any message of your choice. I'm adding revert ignore file. And see, it's in the insert mode. You want to save this file. Again, hit escape. Insert mode will be gone. You are in the command mode. Colon WQ exclamator. That is how you save and close the file. Right? Git log. See, You got another commit ID added with the message I have given. Means consider this as A. This is B. Means ignore file is deleted. Because ignore file is deleted, file 3 is tracked again. Did you notice that? See, because ignore file is no more, file 3 is being tracked again because it's just like a new file in the working directory. It was showing as untracked. Making sense?
Yes.
Interesting, isn't it? So let's suppose I want the ignore file back. I'll revert this B. Let's consider this as commit B. I'll revert this again. Git revert. Revert ignore file. Again. Right? Some message WQ exclamatory, save and close the message. Now if you see commit C is created, sorry, check the log. See commit C. This is A, this is B, this is C. C is same as A. See, ignore file is back, so file 3 is no more tracked. Right? If you see, it's not showing untracked file 3. Got it? So this is how revert works. It will undo the changes that went in that particular commit ID. Whatever changes happened in that particular commit ID will be undo. Clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
So that's how revert works, undoing the things. And let me check the log again. This is the commit history we have got. Now I want to, okay, fine, we know how to undo any commit ID. What if I realized I don't want successive? See, one more thing. Whenever you make a commit, the latest commit ID will be added as a top one. This is the latest one, right? This is the oldest one. So commits will be added, latest one will be in the top. Suppose I realize I don't need successive latest or topmost 5 commits or 6 commits. I don't want means I just want to get rid of them, means I want to wipe them off from the history, as well as I want to get rid of the changes that went during those 6 or 5 commits, right? So how to do that? That's where comes something else called reset. Let me show you. Git reset. I want to get rid of top 2 or top 3. Get reset. How do I do that? Get reset hard head tilde 3 means top 3 commit IDs will be discarded from the commit history, as well as whatever changes went in there will be discarded, and this becomes the topmost commit ID. The next commit becomes the topmost commit ID. In Git, there are something like markers or pointers which point the topmost commit. So here this works like a topmost commit ID. This becomes the topmost commit ID. The pointer head is a pointer in Git which marks the topmost commit ID. So head will be pointing this one. Now head is currently pointing to this commit ID. But after if I run this command, it will point to this because successive 3 commit IDs will be gone. Okay. Let me run this head tilde 3. See, head pointer is moved to 104. They were discarded completely. See, they are wiped off from the history, as well as changes there also were gone. Changes happened in those commits were also gone. Right? Okay. So that's how you do reset. I'll do again. One way is head and the number of commits you want to get rid of, or else another way is suppose I want to get rid of these 3. Okay, I can give head tilde 3, head tilde 4, means if 4 I want. Or else, this is the one I want to be the topmost commit ID, right? So you can put that here. Whichever you want to become the topmost commit ID, leave it there. That is another way to do it. Are we good? This when do we use it? Let's say this is again, remember we are still on our local repository. It is when, let's say, I realize that I don't want these changes. If we realize that, okay, we don't want these changes anymore, last week means whatever changes I have done from past 1 week are of no use, right? I just want to discard them completely. You may go for it. Suppose I just want these two commit IDs only. This one to be the topmost one. See, that's all. Right? Only these two I have. This is because which was an untracked one. Clear, everyone? It was like a new file, so that's why it was showing. Let me just commit this. Git commit -am file 3. You got this commit, right? Git reset 8.9. Oh, okay. That was because when you remove it, it will be just an untracked file, right? Just clean it up. If you have any questions, unmute. Otherwise, please keep muted. Right, this is about reset. What is the difference between reset and revert? Do you see any difference between them?
Sorry, you are asking question once again.
Difference between reset and revert.
Okay. I think reset is moves the branch pointer to a specified of the commit.
Reset is to discard successive commit IDs. Okay, this is to discard successive commits, not a random one. Whereas this is to revert, undo any random ones. Also, whenever you reset, no new commit ID is generated. Whereas here, new commit ID is generated. Correct? Also, reset is if you discard them, they are gone forever. Okay, you cannot recover the changes back. Changes gone are gone forever. Whereas this one, chances you can recover because you can revert the revert ID, right? Revert ID or commit ID, whatever you call it, you can revert it and get the changes back. Right? These are the basic differences between them. So, which one should we use? Which is safe to use?
revert.
This is safe and regularly used command. This is very rarely used, and when you are very sure you don't know need those changes, then you may do reset. Otherwise, always revert. Okay, so that this is getting wiped off from the commit history also. You don't have those commit IDs left to get them back. Right? That is the difference you have between reset and revert. Reset is like a powerful and destructive command. Because changes gone are gone forever, you call it as a powerful and destructive at times if you don't know its proper usage. Always go for revert. If you are very sure I don't want some 1 month changes or else last 1 week changes are no more needed because the requirement completely changed and I don't want them as a backup also, you may go for it. Very rarely used.
But you have to git revert create a new commit that reverts undoes the changes of your previous commit, right? Does not delete of any of the commit of history.
Whenever you do revert, a new commit ID is generated. Old one is still there. New ID is generated. This will not generate new ID. Also, it will discard the old ones. It will generate new ID. If you want to get it back again, revert this new ID, you will get the changes back. That's what we did, right? A, B, and C commits. Clear now?
Yeah, yes, but you pushed the wrong commit to GitHub, and other may have to pull the what is this? Use this one in the revert or anything.
You revert in your local, then push it.
Anything of the wrong commit. I'm asking you pushed the wrong commit to GitHub in the centralized repository, and other may have a pull the. We can
That's what
use it
I'm
in
telling
our
you.
Git
When you
revert.
pushed your incorrect commit to GitHub means it is there in your local also, right? Correct?
Mm, mm,
Locally revert it means remove those changes, commit it, again push it
mm.
back. So whatever you changes push, that will be there on the remote. You revert locally and push it back, those changes.
But you commit to the wrong code, anything of the locally, and you have not pushed in our reset one, right?
That is what you have pushed something incorrectly, right? You have pushed something incorrectly to remote, correct?
Yes, correct.
You push something incorrectly to remote. So what you will, those incorrect changes are there in your local also, right? You are pushing the same. Suppose you have here A, which is incorrect, B is correct. You push the same here to remote.
Yeah, it's a wrong commit. Anything after you have to doing the local. Okay, you cannot push to the in wrong commit of anything. You cannot you have not pushed the in our local to remote. In the you can use it only for that local repository in a git reset. For example, you commit in our local repository and revert back to the work and clean work directory to reset command. But
Pratik, hold on 1 second. You are telling whatever changes you have in local, you are pushing it to remote, right? Whether
mm,
it's wrong or right, you are pushing it to remote. Is this you are talking about?
sorry.
Right? You
Yeah.
have incorrect commits, you pushed it to remote. Simple.
Okay.
So what you will do now? Revert it locally. This is local.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
This is
Yeah.
local. This is
Yeah.
remote.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Now undo here, revert here. Okay, you will get some other new IDs, then push it. So that will be modified on remote also.
Okay. When you the change of the, I think what type of anything changes in go
We
to for
did not
local
go
to
to
remote.
remote yet. Okay, we did not go to remote yet. So please hold on, park those questions. We did not go to remote yet. We are still on local. When we go
Now,
to remote, bring up these queries. Okay. So
sure.
that
Sure.
we'll go in a sequence.
Sure. Sure. Thank you.
So we
Please,
are
can you please explain the slowly step by step? We cannot understand in the.
Sai, whichever or wherever you are not understanding, please raise your hand at that point itself. Everyone is following. I can see their confirmations. So wherever you are not following, raise your hand. I can explain for you, like I did yesterday. Okay? Everyone is following. If you are not or anyone not, raise your hands. I'm explaining step by step only. If you still need help, please raise your hand. I can re-explain to you. And we were talking about the revert and reset differences. Any more questions on this revert and reset differences?
Yes, I have.
Yes, please go on.
I have four commit ID. One, two, three, four.
Mm,
Fourth is the latest one.
mm.
I have reverted it to one. Then what get status will tell us.
Revert to 1 means what does it mean by revert to 1? This is A, this is B, this is C, this is D commit IDs. Okay, 4 commit IDs.
Yep,
Now you are reverting commit A, right? New
yep.
commit ID will be created, added here. Let's say commit ID is, name is like some alphanumeric E. So this is what happens. What is meant by reverting to first commit? What is meant by that? Elaborate your question, but this is what happens when you revert. If you revert this ID, new commit ID will be generated and added into the commit history. And whatever happened in this A, suppose in this commit A file is created, it will be deleted in the committee.
We cannot revert to B or C.
There is nothing like reverting to B or C. It is not this. This is the statement. Revert any commit ID. You are telling revert to any commit ID, like revert to C A, that's not possible. Revert to C to A, This is not
So
the
we can revert to the previous one only.
nothing like revert to previous one. Revert a particular commit means you are undoing that particular commit. That's
Okay,
it.
got it.
Revert to this commit means you are undoing it. That's all.
Okay,
It's not revert to something else.
got it.
Any more queries? This is not correct. So this is the difference between reset and revert. Like these are advanced concepts, particularly reset is a very advanced concept. And we have seen the reset hard. Okay, there are also other types of resets, but we never use those resets. But I'll just give you a overview on that. We don't use it, but just to for you, if you come across any time, this chart should help you understand this reset easily. Different types of resets. Very rarely used, just to have an overview. I'm explaining this with the chart. Otherwise, this is an advanced concept. People struggle understanding this, but
Sorry,
will
sorry, uploaded.
this chart will simplify the concept. Please keep muted everyone if no queries.
I have one question. Means can we revert the latest commit or we can revert the older one?
Only the successive commits can be reset.
Revert I'm
You are
talking
talking,
about.
revert any ID you can revert. Any
Okay.
random ID you can revert.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
So there are different types of resets, like hard reset, mixed reset, and soft reset. Though we don't use them at all. Even hard also, like I told you, it's very rarely used. But this chart simplifies the concept. Let me show you. If you do hard reset, your changes are removed from everywhere. So you cannot get them at all. Okay. Whereas in mixed reset, your changes are removed from local repository. Your changes are removed from staging area. Your changes are there in the working directory. So if you want to get the changes back, is it possible or not, and how to get them back? How to get them back? Git add and then git commit so that you get your changes back to local repository, right? And in the soft reset, your changes are removed from local repository. Your changes are still there in the working directory, local repository. Possible to get the changes back or not?
Yes, it's possible. Good. We have to working directory and add to commit of staging area. Move from the
You have
commit
to just
local
do commit
repositories.
here. It's already there in the staging area. You have to just run the commit.
Yes.
This chart will help you understand the concept thoroughly without any confusion. So if you ever come across or see them, bring up this chart to clarify the things. So these are the different types of resets. Is this much clear, everyone? Any more questions? So that's about the reset and revert differences. And yeah, so you are having these commits now left. Any more questions? Reset, revert, different types of resets. Is that much clear?
Madam, can you give the idea about rebase advanced git command?
Yes, we'll cover that tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
You can check the course content on the website also. What are all I'm covering? Rebase will be covered tomorrow.
Can you please share the course content in
This is the course content. You can go to the website preethidevops.com and here is the course content. I'm sharing this link in the Zoom chat as well. Okay, that's the course content. There were other topics, like apart from the course content, there were few topics that will be covered which are not updated here, like Argo CD, JFrog will also be covered. They are not listed in the course content. It's not yet updated.
Okay, thank you so much. JFrog is also open source or some paid license?
Open source. Git is an open source. Okay. So now that we understood, these are all the concepts we have learned till now. Let me list them out. Mm. Right. So these are all the concepts we have discussed till now. Git architecture. We have discussed about working directory, staging area, local repository. And then we have discussed about the commands like creating a local repository. I'm just listing the commands. Git init, git add, git status, git ls files, git commit -m, git commit -am to modify and all, git diff file name to see the unstaged changes. To see the staged changes, git diff stager flag and the file name, right? And what else?
Git log,
Git
log.
Git log,
ah,
git
git
log
log,
icon 1 line.
right? Git log, one line.
Git reset and revert.
Yeah, before that, git ignore. Git ignore. And then please keep muted, everyone. I'm having background noise. If you don't have a question, please keep muted. Git ignore, we have learned.
Git to add dot dot.
Git
Can I
revert.
get the these demo videos because I joined today?
Yeah, sure, you can have it. I'll show you. Just a second. Git revert, git reset, right? Git reset hard, git reset hard, git reset
Off.
hard, held, sorry, head, tilde, and some comment. That's another way to do that. Or else git reset soft. Commands are same. Either it is mixed or soft. Git reset mixed.
Git.
And also here to add multiple files, git add dot. Right? These are the different things we have learned till now. We have covered revert, reset, differences between them. Also, like theoretically, we have learned the differences between untracked changes and unstaged changes as well. Also, we have discussed about um,
Staging index.
revert and reset differences, right? So these are all the things we have discussed till now on a high level. Whatever. So for the people whoever joined today, let me show you one thing. Whoever, sorry. Can you all see the screen?
Yes.
Right. So for people whoever joined today, go to this website, okay, preethidevops.com. Here you can register for the trial version of the LMS. LMS means Learning Management System. I'm explaining for people who ever joined today where to see the recordings. Here is the LMS trial access. You can create a free account for this LMS. Okay, free trial access with a limited period access. So you can just go for it. Or else once you register, you will get the actual LMS. This is the LMS. All the class recordings will be posted here. Like it's a Git Day 2 class. So Git 2 class recording will be posted here with the lab exercises, quiz or interview question. This is a previous batch one. You will see yours after this class. You should be seeing up to Git 1. Have you all got your LMS access? All the registered candidates, have you checked your LMS?
No, not yet.
So check your access. Here are the lab access. Whatever commands I'm executing, whatever I have explained here, class recording, the commands will be available here. The quiz to validate your understanding on the particular day, and the interview questions relevant to those with that particular topic. So this quiz will help you register your learning, the commands, everything you can see here. You don't have to worry and struggle for the notes or documentation. And also all the registered candidates were added to the private WhatsApp group so that you can also post your queries if you have anything further, or post the screenshots if you are stuck up with your hands on.
First of all, I am not aware of how to install the Git. Can you please explain the lab class also, how to install the Git and how to configure the.
Perfectly, Sai. I have explained every bit of it step by step. Maybe you are not available in those classes. Okay, here are those lab assignments. Like I told you, right, that is covered on Git day one. Means you should go to this particular day one in your LMS. Once you go to this particular day one of your LMS, here are the steps. Step by step guide to install Git on Windows or Mac or Linux, wherever. On Windows, these are the steps. On Mac, here step by step guidance is there. If you still need further guidance, please ping us on WhatsApp. We can further help you. I have covered the lab setup perfectly. How many of you are there in the lab setup? Can you just raise your hands? Git lab setup. How many of you have attended the class? Git setup.
We also first class, I think.
Satish, is it a first class for you?
Yes, yes.
Okay, Venkatesh is there.
But already have experience in this type of tools. Have experience also Devops and AWS.
Cool. So whoever attended the class, like they can follow those steps also, or else like for anyone who haven't also, here are the steps. It's a just one line command to install Git. How many want to show installation again, Git installation? How many want to show it again? How many missed that class? Can I see the hand raises? See, if you are in class, please be attentive, right? So that it will help the sessions go in a better way. Please be attentive, interactive with your responses, either yes or no. If you are in class, make sure you should respond. I see 2 hand raises for Git installation. Okay, this is covered in day 1. Today is our day 2 class. On request, I'm showing you Git installation again. See here. Like if you want to install Git, it's very simple. You can go to this official documentation. Okay, go to this page, gitscm.com. Okay, here you have different operating systems. Do you want to install it on Mac or a Linux or a Windows? See, it's up to you. Git works on multiple operating systems. You can install on your local machine. So go, if you want to go for Windows, click here to download. Just download the exe, run the exe. That's it. If you need further help on it, here is a lab notes, which has the documentation with all the steps on what to do with the screenshots. Screenshots I have explained here. Git installation on Windows document. It's nothing but, see here, go and click on download the exe. See here. Once you download, you will get this icon added in your downloads folder. Double click and run the exe. As simple as that. Hit on next, keep hitting next. That's it. Once it is installed, go to your start menu and type git bash. A window will open where you'll run the commands. That is for Windows. Simple. Any questions on installation on Windows?
Yep.
Right, that's all. Simple part which you can do, and post the screenshots if you are stuck up anywhere in the WhatsApp group. If it is Linux, go to your Linux machine. Depending on the distribution, this is the command. If it's Fedora distribution, this is the command. Depending on your OS, you can choose. If it's Mac, brew install Git. That one command will install Git. It's a single command and easy to set up tool. Got it now, everyone, whoever raised the hands?
Yeah, got it.
I got it
Yes.
everything. Yeah.
Those steps are there, including the screenshot. I have taken you through this step by step in the yesterday's class on the day 1 class. Okay, so no worries. It's a very more simple and straightforward. Though you are not available, you have the documentations. You have all the steps in the lab exercise also. You can go through lab exercise or the notes. Anything is fine. Here you have those screenshots also. Here you have step-by-step explanation. Anything you can go for and set up your Git.
In real time, we can use it in our Git, na?
We can use it in our
Real time scenario. What your project? In only for DevOps, so who is a guy is working on DevOps guy, doing the work in Git but only for that to take the URL, right?
only for the URL.
Yes.
Which
Only
URL?
for take the URL and to get the URL in push the in our take the URL in CI/CD tool in Jenkins is the integration of Git, right? But it is there is no all the steps, no?
Git will be used by everyone. Again, I explained this on the day one. Even DevOps engineers will have their own configuration files which need to be version controlled. So everyone will use Git.
Yeah, everyone you can use, but only for
Not
developer
only not
who
only
is a
people, everyone DevOps engineers will also use all the commands like I'm explaining here.
developer. Okay, okay. Yeah.
So yeah, so that is about the lab part. And also, like I told you, whoever is new to this class today, Deepak and everyone, whoever are interested, please complete your details in the poll. Do you all see the poll I have shared with you? Can you all see the
Yeah,
poll?
yeah, completed that one. I have submitted the mail and WhatsApp number.
Yeah, whoever interested to continue, please submit your details in the poll in that form so that we can share you the free trial LMS access if you haven't got it. And all the registered candidates, please check for your LMS access. The learning management system, that's a core pillar of our learning. Once we are learning the concept here, all your hands-on material, your class recordings, everything is there on the LMS. How many
May I
of
know
how
how
many
many days course duration and so on so details. How many hours teach in the DevOps course mainly?
How many of you have enrolled into the LMS? May I know before answering your question, Sai? I want to check how many of you have enrolled or how many of you
Already enrolled.
you got the access to LMS, right, Neha?
Yep, I have it.
Right. So please check the LMS access. Okay, you will see different of your learning once you get the access to your LMS. So make sure you got your access to the LMS. Now coming
No,
to
no, no. I am asking how
I
many
am
hours
answering
will.
your question, Sai. Please wait. I already told you I'm answering Neha and I'm coming to your question. The course duration is 2 months. Okay. Every day you'll have a class from Monday to Friday. It's 1.5 hour course. Every day, 1.5 hour class for 2 months, Monday to Friday. Please wait while I answer your questions. When I'm talking to others, please wait and then post your queries. Okay. So that I can answer everyone's questions and come back. All right. So these are the topics we have learned like till now. Now we'll be stepping into another advanced concept and very interesting and important concept called branching. What is meant by branching? How many of you know what is branching? What are branches in Git? This is the most important and advanced concept which we should get started with. You can imagine branch is like a virtual folder in your local repository. Okay, let's suppose this is my local repository. You know, right? The name of the folder, name of my local repository is Git demo. You may give any name. So your branches works like some virtual folders in your local repository. And for the first time when you create local repository, by default, you will have only one um, branch that's called main branch or master branch, whatever you call it, main or a master branch or a default branch, right? This is the one available by default. I'm repeating, branch is nothing but you can imagine like a virtual directory in your local repository. Whenever you create local repository, by default, there will be only one branch called master branch or main branch or a default branch. right? So in this master branch or the main branch, whatever changes you made till now, like whatever changes I have made till now, are said to be on the master branch. Let me take you to the repository. So you might have noticed till now, whenever I show you this git status, it shows on branch master. But till now, we did not focus on this part, right? We focused on the rest. Now let's focus on the say on branch master. That's a default branch or main or mandatory or master, whatever you call it, the main branch available. No, now whatever files you have, whatever commits you have are set to be on this master branch. Okay, cool. If you want to see the branch list, this is another command, git branch master. Okay, fine. But what is the use of it? Why should we have these branches? Isn't it? Let me explain you in a simple layman terms. Okay. This is your local repository. Now you want to work on some changes like file 1, file 2. I'm working on client requirement, let's say functional requirement 1. Okay, I placed all these changes on master branch. This is master branch. Suppose I got another requirement, functional requirement 2. I need to make changes. Again, the same files are to be modified for this also. But changes are different. Maybe here line number 2 should be modified. Here different lines are to be modified. Suppose I make everything in the same folder. Let's say this is functional requirement is to be released for December. Means it's for December release. I have to push to remote. Let's say this is for March release. Next year 2026 March release. If I put everything in the same folder, is it possible to release them separately or to push them separately? Also, at some point of time, I cannot differentiate which changes are for which requirement. Am I correct? It's clumsy. It's not clear. Your project may be messed up. You may not able to release them separately. Correct?
Yes.
So to
Yes.
avoid this, what we'll do, will not put this functional requirement here. Okay, sorry. It's okay, I'll rewrite. Let's say this is master, file 1. Assume there were 2 files. They are to be modified for requirement 1. And this is for December release. If I have another release, rather than just placing on the same branch, create a copy of the branch. Means then in that case, this would be called as a parent branch from where you are creating a branch. Create a copy of the parent. Okay, this is the copy of parent. Give some name. Maybe I want to develop some feature, or else as a DevOps engineer, I want to configure some new infra. Whatever. Create some branch. Means it's a copy of master. Okay, now you develop here for the other requirement, like functional requirement too, which can be pushed separately in the month of March. Right? It's a copy till you, means it's the same till you make a this one. Later on, they work like two parallel entities. Means what is this branching doing? Branching helping us for multiple releases, parallel development, right? Without getting changes messed up, you can do parallel development, multiple releases, or else let's say you have multiple environments like dev branch, dev environment, test environment, prod, you can maintain a separate branch. Or else there is some feature development going on. You can have a separate branch for each feature. Or else bug fixes, you want to fix the bugs immediately, separate branch for them. Right? This is the concept of branching. They were same only till you make a copy. Once you make a copy, if you make any changes in feature, would they be visible on master?
No.
Will no, obviously. And same, if you make some changes in master, they won't be visible on feature branch. Vice versa, right? They work like two parallel, two separate entities. That is the concept of branching, which is very much needed in reality. Git is so famous for these branching strategies. Okay, let me give you an example in a very layman term. I'm creating a folder here. Let's say demo. Okay, let's say, or else let's take a simple use case. I'm writing a story. Okay, I'm writing the story in this folder. Now I got an idea. I got some different climax to it. Okay, I made a copy. So there were two parallel entities. Now I will give a different climax to this demo 2 and different climax to demo. If I make some changes in demo 2, will they be visible and available on demo even though it's a copy? Will it be available?
No.
Same is the case. They were like two parallel entities. So here I may put some sad climax. Here I may put happy climax. If I like both, I may send both of them to the publisher. Whichever they want, they'll publish. Or else they may publish as two separate stories also. Correct? Similarly, your branches also can be permanent or temporary. Temporary just because I want to try out something. It went well. It came out well. So I'll put them back to the original one and delete this temporary one. Or else I have multiple things like dev environment, test environment, both should be there. So I may maintain them as a parallel branches, different versions like version 1, version 2, right? So your branches can be temporary or permanent. Depends on the use case why you created the branch. Understood now, everyone? So, as of now, we have only one branch, which is master branch. Whatever changes you are doing by default or going into this master branch. Now, to allow parallel development or to test out some changes, we may create some new branches and work on it. So how to create a branch, how to let's say how to use it for temporary purpose, how to put those changes back and all, we will learn it. Right? Tomorrow we'll start hands-on with the branching. Any more questions from anyone?
I'm good.
So any questions, let me know. This is just a theoretical intro for branching. We will get to the hands-on step by step, inch by inch, like how do you create a branch, how do you make it a permanent branch or delete it, how do you merge it, what kind of branches you'll create, all of that we will learn tomorrow. Any further queries, let me know. Have the LMS access for all registered candidates, and whoever interested in to continue, please submit your details in the poll. I have launched the poll. Hope you all got it. Any more questions from anyone? So any further queries on enrollment, registration, or the course details, you can reach out to this number. This is Mr. Raj, training counselor. So you can talk to him and clarify any sort of queries you have. So whoever interested, submit the form and avail the LMS access and do the hands-on. Doing the hands-on every day is mandatory, right? Because you should do the hands-on and get job ready by the time we complete the course. It's not that you will start learning after finishing the course. So get started with your get started with your hands-on and let me know for any queries you have. And also when you are in class, please keep muted to avoid any background noise. Unless you have a question, please keep muted. That will help your fellow participants as well. And also please listen here. Do the hands-on after the class. Because I notice people doing the hands-on and miss the explanations, come back asking again to show it. So it would be like if you have a genuine query, doubts, we can clarify. But just repeating them because you are moving away and doing the hands-on wouldn't be fair in the class. So please genuinely responsible in the classes. Any more queries? Anything else from anyone? All right then. So we'll close here for today and we'll continue tomorrow. Any queries, feel free to reach out to us. Thank you all. Bye everyone.
Thank you.